you said a key word that I want any artist that's listening to this or anybody who wants to write or create, draw. You said a key word. You said I was inspired by this.
Yeah.
How important is that word, inspiration, for an artist?
I mean, personally, I think everyone's an artist. You know, people cut hair, that's an art form. You know, mothers raising children, whatever the thing is, there's an art. My mom, actually, one of the other reasons I'm an artist is she was very crafty, and we do crafts and, you know, and ceramics and stuff. She did all kinds of craft stuff. But inspiration, you have to be inspired to do anything, you know, even if you're going to cut hair, you know, 5 days a week or so. But as far as to tell a story, that's a little different. That's an art form that's like almost, you got to be a little pretentious, maybe, you know. Hopefully you don't come off pretentious, but you have to put your neck out on the line too. But you have to be inspired enough, because I remember I was like, I tell the story, but then when I actually did my first book, I'm like, what did I do? You know, I just put this out there, and I could get, like, I could be embarrassing myself, or, you know, like people could hate it, and you start, oh my gosh, but I believed in it when I was doing it because I felt called to do it. So I'm so inspired because there's something about firefighters when I was doing that, and about John the Baptist, that I believe we can learn from it. And like your book, Step Up and Lead, is like, you wanted to do that book to, you know, art is meant to be shared. So I want, like music, you want someone to be affected by it. Whether if it's a blues song, it should make them feel sad. If it's an inspiring song, a love song, and then your book should inspire people to be better and to be better leaders and examples. And then my book, these stories have to have something in it that teaches you something, and makes the world a better place, makes you better, that challenges you. So I'm tapped into that on this story. So that's why I want to do it.
You may or may not even realize this, but you just actually shared a whole bunch of leadership principles and everything you just said. You know, because first of all, I think that there's one of two things that's going to cause you to want to get uncomfortable enough to make positive change in your life. And one is inspiration. The other one's desperation, desperate for change.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but you talked a lot about inspiration. And another thing, when you talked about you're an artist and whatever you do, Albert Einstein said, everyone's a genius, but if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it'll live its whole life believing that it's stupid. So,
Right.
You know, and I always love that quote, because here's a quote that's saying, you don't have to be good at what everybody else is good at.